Welcome, designers. It's me, Fabula, and you are watching Ask Fabula, where all your fashion, branding, and business questions are answered without all the fluff. And there's no editing, by the way, as you can see. It's all raw and keeping it real. So we're going to get to our episode today, and we're going to go to our question. So this is from a designer from Los Angeles, California. Hello. She says, what is branding and why is it important for my brand? Huh? Girlfriend. I hope you guys are all writing. First of all, I'm going to tell you what branding is not. Because a lot of people think that branding is just a logo, fancy slogan, pretty font, boom, make a stamp on it, and that's it. It's going to make me all the money in the world, and everybody's going to see me, and they're going to be like, wow. No. Branding is not just a logo. Branding is not just your graphics. Branding is not just your font and your color and your slogans, and it's not that. Branding is everything in between. So I'm going to use my hands, because I love to talk to with my hands, and we're going to depict what branding is. This is the company, your brand. This is the customer. Hello, hello. Well, we'll do this. So this is your brand, and this is the customer. You see where my fro is? That's everything in between. That is the conversation that your brand has. From your digital marketing strategies, from your brand story. Who are you? What are you all about? Why is it important? Why is that shirt so important? How is it going to make me feel empowered? Is it because it's cotton or is it because it's silk? You get the point. People are not buying a product these days. They want to buy an emotion. They want to buy a reason, a passion. They want to say, I bought this shirt and 20% is going to the fund in Ecuador. Whatever the case is, but they feel a connection with it. You want people to say, wow, they know who they just bought. Oh, this is in US made and I know the designer. People want to talk like they know the designer. And branding is that conversation in the middle because guess what? Marketing is the new conversation. So when you're talking about what is branding, branding is that story. It's all those little elements that you put out in social media, that you put out through all your marketing plans and your campaigns, through buyers. It's all of those seeds that make you who you are. Because a real fashion brand does not just rely on clothes, shoes, or products. They have what's called a lifestyle. So why do you need it? I'll give you 5 reasons why you need it. 1, you want to become a business, right? So businesses have different incomes that come in. So again, not just the clothing, not just shoes. What else do you have to offer? So here goes my thumb. You're probably getting distracted. But that's number 1. Income streams are super, super important. A true fashion brand has many different elements that they can bring income in. 2, what do you think number 2 is? Influence. That's right. Sometimes when you are doing something amazing, you can influence others to do something amazing. And you can become with other joint ventures and you can grow and you can do other opportunities, TV, print, you name it, because you have embedded a tremendous influence in other people's lives and also other people's businesses. Number 3, which is growth. Branding is so amazing. Look at all these amazing brands out. And I refer to every industry, not just fashion. And this is why I love branding, because I never just refer to what other fashion designers are doing, other fashion brands. I look at the airline industry. I look at healthcare. I look at technology. I look at entertainment. I look at it all. Because at the end of the day, it's how are you going to grow as a business. So I'll give you a quick example what growth is really important. When I started Fabula Designs, I started just with clothes. I started with resort wear. I did some swimwear. I was just clothes. And later I said, in the future, I want to develop my lifestyle, that traveling, vivacious, Caribbean-loving woman. Well, I mean, they don't have to be from the Caribbean, but, to go to the Caribbean. And so I said, I love to travel. And in my whole goals of Fabula Design is I really want to, especially in 2016, is really think about having my stationery line and my journals and everything that a woman of traveling would love to do, send postcards or whatever. And later in the future, possibly even having a luggage line because, yeah, I'm really obsessed with traveling. But my point is that I'm not just a fashion brand where I just sell clothes. I am a fashion brand that, here he goes, contributes to a lifestyle. And that's that branding element. Remember the fro? That's that branding element that's super, super important. So we have that growth. The number 4. Can you guess what number 4 is? 4 is impact. Now we talked about influence. Influence is what other people are probably wanted to do and how you make them feel. But there's an impact in the industry. When you are a brand, you stand strong, you're 2 feet strong, and what you convict and what you feel and what you believe and what your passions are. And impact is so important because that lives on forever. And number 5, I love to say this should have been number 1, but it is number 5, and it's true happiness. You see, true happiness comes from what you love to do. You don't want to just sit there and sew your own clothes. No, that's not a fashion brand. You should be having someone else do it. I mean, you should be working on your business, not in your business. And you want to have that passion where you can create and go to all different countries or different people and just learn and keep your creative mobility going. That is that happiness that every fashion brand not only has, but also will convey to their customers. So while this episode is a little longer than expected, I wanted to let you know that ultimately, you know that fashion is a business and you're only as good as your sales. But if you don't have a roadmap and you don't have that business plan and you don't have that guide, then where are you going? Forget about spending all that money just on fabric or only in one element of your brand. Brand development is super, super important for growth. And if you look at all the successful businesses that you probably do business with, or even your competitors, which I don't believe in competition, but you know what I mean, you'll see that they all have brand development departments. They all have their marketing departments. They all run like a business. They don't just put 80% of all their funds into fabric or production or their graphic designer or the Pretty Really logo. No. They equally invest in every aspect of their business because it takes an entire puzzle to build a brand. Remember, fashion is a business, and we'll see you next week for Ask Fabula, where we answer all your fashion branding and business questions without all the fluff. Later!